Hello student, this is our geography chapter number 3 water bodies. Student, in our last class we have studied about the water bodies, main features of the water bodies, oceans, and the very first ocean is Pacific Ocean. Now in today's class we are going to study about the characteristics of the Pacific Ocean. It is the largest and the deepest ocean of the earth. The Pacific Ocean is the largest and the deepest ocean of the Earth, and the equator divides it into North Pacific and the South Pacific Ocean. Equator is a line, imaginary line going between the globe. So the equator divides it into a North Pacific and the South Pacific Ocean. It was named Pacific by the Portuguese navigators Ferdinand Magellan. Ferdinand Magellan named it as a Pacific Ocean. It is called Pacific because of its peaceful nature. It is very peaceful in nature, so that's why its name is Pacific Ocean. So it's all about Pacific Ocean. Now we are going to study about the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is S-shaped. It is S in shape, which with the greatest length from north to south. It has the greatest length from north to south. This is the second largest ocean in the world. It is the second largest ocean in the world. It has probably derived its name from the legendary island Atlantis. Mm, They are not sure that whether its name is taken from the Atlantis, but they think, means the historian thinks that it is from the island Atlantis. The ocean is much smaller than the Pacific Ocean. Atlantic Ocean is smaller than Pacific Ocean. Its coastline is a highly intended and is the longest than the combined coastline of the Pacific Ocean and the Indian Ocean. It has the longest coastline. It is bordered by North America and South America in the west and by Europe and Africa in the east. Our Atlantic Ocean is bordered by North America and South America in the west and Europe and Africa in the east. It is the busiest ocean in the world. It is very busy ocean in all over the world in terms of transportation and trade. It is used for transportation and trade very well. In the middle of Atlantic Ocean, there is a long submerged mountain range. In the middle of Atlantic Ocean, there is a mountain range. Some of the highest peak of this range form islands such as Iceland. Some mountains made a islands. A deep called islands in Hindi we call dweep. A piece of land in middle of ocean, such as Iceland. They are volcanic in nature. The volcanic mountains are in this mountain. This rigid is known as mid-Atlantic rigid. This rigid is known as mid-Atlantic rigid. It also has a number of rigids, canyons, and gorges. The large number of rivers drain into these oceans, like such as Rhine, Senegal, Orinoco, Mississippi, Amazon, Niger, Congo, and La Plata are the rivers that drains into this ocean. The Atlantic coastline is broken and is bordered by the most fertile land of the Europe. Now the characteristics of the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is the saltiest ocean, means its water is very salty. It is the second largest ocean in the world. The name of this ocean was derived from the Iceland Atlantis. The coastline of this ocean is very large. So the coastline is longer than the combined coastline of Pacific and Indian Ocean. It is long submerged mountain. There is long submerged mountains range. The region is known as the Mid-Atlantic region. The average depth of the ocean is between 3 and 5 kilometers. This is the characteristics of the Atlantic oceans. Now let's talk about Indian Ocean. Our third ocean is Indian Ocean. First is Pacific, second Atlantic, third is Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean is the third largest ocean in the world. It covers about one fifth of the total area under the ocean. It is the only ocean in the world which is named after the country India. It is the only ocean that named after the country that is our India. The Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal are the two important parts of this ocean in the north. It is completely surrounded by Asia in the north and Australia in the east and Africa in the west. Average depth of the Indian Ocean is 400 meter. Now the characteristics of the Indian Ocean. The Indian Ocean has thousands of small islands like Maldives, Cocoa Islands. There are some volcanic Iceland like Mauritius Island. Here is the pic which shows the Mauritius, and it has a volcanic mountain in the Mauritius Island. It is geographically the smallest, younger, and physically most complex of the world. The Indian Ocean is geographically the smallest, younger, and physically most complex of the world's three major oceans. Next characteristics of Indian Ocean is the deepest point is the Sunda Deep, Sunda Deep of the Java Trench of the southern coast of the island of Java, and it is in Indonesia, which is 7,067 meter deep, approximately 7 kilometer in depth. So it is all about the characteristics of the Indian Ocean. So student, that's all from this class. Arctic Ocean is our next ocean which we are going to study in our next class. Till then, read it. If you have any doubt in these topics, you can ask me during class hours. It is a very important and very interesting chapter. In this chapter, we are going to study about the many oceans of all over the world. So, student, thank you. Thank you for listening. Read it, because after reading, your reading also improve and you will remember most of the important things of the chapter. Thank you, student.